From grief to good works, a Kansas City woman whose son was murdered a year ago this month is turning her sorrow into a new movement. She's asking to help catch a killer and her son's killer to solve other murders. Our Cynthia Newsom has been following the story for us, and you talked to this woman today. Pretty powerful.
She is very powerful. She actually calls herself Momma on a mission, and it's not a simple mission, but Monique Willis is motivated, and with her family and community, she is taking steps to get murderers off the streets and behind bars. With all the smiles and hugs, this Kansas City mom has a heavy heart.
My son last year was murdered on April the 5th. So it'll be a year tomorrow.
Her only child, Alonzo Thomas IV, was shot to death.
My last memory of him, he was walking out of my mother's house, going through the garage, and headed down the street. Down the same street where he would later be killed in broad daylight on a Saturday afternoon in front of a house near 71st and Wayne. Now, 1 year later, Monique Willis has a nonprofit foundation called Momma on a Mission, challenging people to walk a mile in her shoes. With every step, she's asking them to think about how they would feel if their loved one was murdered and the killer was never caught. Walk a mile in my shoes is also a message to witnesses. That we're not going to sit down and just let the murders happen and occur. That we're going to keep our voices and be vocal. That you do need to speak up and let us know what you see and what you've heard.
And while they walk, they remember.
Not to remember how he died, but to remember like us playing with toys, running around his mama's house.
Black man dead. Run, boy, hustle. Don't hustle to the baseline. Hustle and demolish the victory line.
From the depths of their being rises a flood of emotions that cannot be silenced. Hurt, anger, loss, and hope.
But God, we ask for justice today. Let the phones ring off the hook today with tips on this crime. But not just this one, but those throughout Kansas City. We cannot let another mother go to sleep without her kid.
Or let another child like Alonzo's daughter Zoe grow up without a father. Now, money raised from today's walk will help murder victims' families with funeral expenses and living expenses. Monique Willis plans to have the Walk a Mile in My Shoes every year on the anniversary of her son's murder. Cynthia Newsom, 41 Action News.